Alright guys, Papa Pepper here. Today I'm going to show you just a simple thing that I use for watering newly planted trees and plants. This one happens to be a little plum cot, a cross between a plum and an apricot. And I'm getting it in late in the year. We are past most of the heat of summer, but also I'm pretty much soaking through this shirt that it's still so hot. So I want to make sure that this plant is going to get enough water so that its root system becomes established. Since I've got so much going on, although I do like kind of the intimate interaction with the plants where I water by hand and it gives me a chance to really see how everyone's doing, take care of the garden, that type of stuff. I don't really want to invest the time in doing that right now. And also it kind of gives it one quick soak when I'm at it and then leaves it dry the rest of the day. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this drill and a 5-gallon bucket. Now 5-gallon buckets, I got tons of them. Brought down a trailer load from Wisconsin when I first moved down. And all I'm going to do is take a 3/16 drill bit. If you speak metric, you'll have to find a translator. Because I want something that's not going to be small enough for a trickle. You know, I actually want a spout coming out of here. But I also don't want it just to dump immediately. So I want it to be slow enough that it's kind of a time release system. So I just want to go near the bottom. And I'm just going to drill into it. I make sure it's nice and smooth. You may not be able to see it because it's so small, but a nice smooth hole. So the next step that I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take a bucket and flip it upside down and put it near there. And then I'm going to aim this one and I'll work on the distance. But if I just make up a couple of these for each of the trees I want to water, all I've got to do is walk around with a hose once, fill each of the 5-gallon buckets, and they will water it for me while I do other things. So rather than standing here the whole time, giving them a quick soak and then walking away, which actually isn't that good either. What you want for a good root system to develop with all your plants is for it to really get soaked. If you just kind of give them a superficial watering and then they dry out, and then a superficial watering and then they dry out, it's not going to build a good healthy plant. But if you give it a really deep soak, it allows the plant to really grow like it should. So we're going to test this out. I'll fill this with some water and we'll see how my angle is, how it does. So at this point, you can see it's working pretty well. It's a good size hole. It gives it a good stream. And make sure your bucket's going to be clear of any dirt or debris, because anything that can plug that hole, like if a leaf falls in it, it'll shut down the system and you won't be able to have the desired effect. So, at this point, it's going pretty good. One thing to remember too is there's a lot more water pressure with a full bucket than when it gets down to here. So if initially it's spraying to the far side of it, that's going to be good, because as time goes on and this reduces, it's going to bring it back across. So it's giving a nice slow soak, a lot smaller stream than what you would find with the garden hose. So it's going to be a more time release system. It's going to work out great for me, and I can use this to water my whole orchard, especially since I've got the buckets. And a lot of times you can pick up these buckets, guys, different places, Walmart, Home Depot, Menards, whatever you got around your area, and you're going to pay anywhere between $2 and $5 usually for them. What I would prefer is go to fast food restaurants, stuff like Burger King, things like that. They'll get their pickles in 5-gallon buckets often, and often they just put them outside in the dumpster when they're done. So you can ask them, see if they got some available, and use that. But here you go. Simple watering technique. As always, I'm Papa Pepper, and I'd like to remind you, don't post for free. If you'd like to be part of a revolution in social media, an economic power to the people where users can actually blog for cryptocurrency, then I'd recommend that you check out steemit.com and join the revolution. Papa out.